is our September roundtable call. Today, what we are going to be talking about is the Prime Fall event. So for those that are listening in, either live here on the call or listening later, the Prime Fall event is essentially Prime Day number 2. It's something we have been discussing, probably the last couple months or so. It was something that Amazon was always talking about, and then they eventually moved forward with it. So it's something that's been in the works definitely all summer. So the Prime Fall event, when is it going to be? So at this point, Amazon has not disclosed when it will be. It's very similar to Prime Day. They aren't disclosing it ahead of time. Our assumption is that we will know when it is roughly 2 weeks before the event is to start. So again, we're not sure when it is going to fall, when it will be, but it is coming up. So our assumption here at TurnKey, again, we're just guessing, is mid-October. But again, it's kind of up in the air. We won't know until it is approaching. So let's go ahead and dive into it. So what are our Amazon tactics that we want to roll out for the Prime Fall event? So it's actually similar to what we would recommend for Prime Day. This is going to be very similar to Prime Day. The entire process is, so we want to keep similar strategies in place. So for those of you guys that did participate in Prime Day 2022, really important that you guys are utilizing what you learned and what you did during that event, okay? So here's what we would recommend. So Prime Fall event, we would recommend the following promotions. So lightning deals and 7-day deals. From our understanding, they're only doing lightning deals for this event. All of these deals were booked back in August. So that is something that is now closed. That being said, for those of you guys that did book lightning deals, we would recommend that you keep those booked. Now, that being said, we do believe it is important to not just move forward with a lightning deal, but to make sure you think about, is this the right move? So what do we look at TurnKey when we decide if you're keeping a lightning deal for an event like this? So one question mark for the Prime Fall event is, how long is the event? We are estimating probably it's going to be 2 days. Highly doubt it's going to be a single day. But again, we really don't know, right? So in our opinion, a lightning deal really should only be utilized for this event if it is a 1-day event. The reason why is lightning deals only last 12 hours, right? So lightning deals are a great promotion for a regular day, but when we're talking a Prime Day that is 2 days long and you're going to do only a lightning deal that's 12 hours out of the 48 hours it runs, you're missing out on a lot of opportunity, right? So lightning deals are great. They've got that extra visibility, but on days like today, or not today, but the Prime Fall event, it could limit you because it is only the 12 hours. Now, again, let's say the Prime Fall event is only a single day. That's awesome. But I also want you guys to take a look at what times has Amazon given you? So again, the lightning deals are 12 hours. Let's say Amazon gives you 3 a.m. to 3 p.m. I would not move forward with that deal, right? These are always Pacific Standard Time is what they're listed at. So yes, that's 6 a.m. in New York, but realistically, who is shopping that early, right? Nobody. So if your lightning deal falls between 3 a.m., 3 p.m., I would move forward with it. But if you're looking at something like 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., that's worth discussing. That's worth potentially considering moving forward with that lightning deal. So again, I love lightning deals for regular opportunities, but realistically, not sure if they're the best fit for this event. So we're going to have to see as it plays out how long the event is. So if the event is a single day, just 1 day, I do believe lightning deals are worth discussing with your coach or your PPC team member. Okay, so those are lightning deals. Now, coupon clippings, those have to be submitted by tomorrow. That is the deadline, is September 9th. So for that, you guys would have to go ahead and put in the hold dates, which I will go ahead and grab those before we get off this call. But essentially what you have to do, go into coupon clippings, book them as normal. Obviously, you do not know the time of this event. You don't know the dates of this event. So Amazon has placeholder dates where if they see that date, they will go ahead and adjust the coupon clipping for you. Now, for your coupon clipping to be considered for a special coupon clipping for the Prime Fall event, you must book it within those placeholder dates. And then you obviously must book it for a Prime only coupon clipping, meaning if the member is not Prime, they would not be able to see this coupon clipping. And that's a rule that Amazon puts out for pretty much any of the promotions that involve Prime. So coupon clippings are awesome. Obviously, when you're in the search results, they've got a nice green box. They're going to look really great from the search results. But we have another one that we think trumps all of these, and that is Prime exclusive discounts. So Prime exclusive discounts is something that you guys can set up today. Super, super easy. The big requirement is the product must be Prime eligible, so no FBM products. You must be offering at least 20% off. You cannot offer lower than that for this event. And it must be in good standing, right? So your rating's got to be higher than 3.5 stars, all that good stuff. You got to be meeting those requirements, okay? Now, why does our team prefer Prime exclusive discounts? Well, for events like this, historically, what Amazon has done, again, this is a brand new event, so I can't say with 100% certain. All I can say is I'd be shocked if they didn't do this. But previously, whenever Amazon has had special events, whether it be Prime Day, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Black Friday or Cyber Monday, what it's done is if you do a Prime exclusive discount, you click on that box. Now, the box is really simple. You just go to advertising, Prime exclusive discounts, create discount, and then there's going to be a box that says Prime Fall event, ? And then you just click the box next to that. You check that off. Now, what this does is this will give you the 20% off. It's going to actually be a strike-through pricing, so it won't be something like they have to click a coupon, or it won't be something like they have to submit a promo code. It's going to automatically apply to all Prime users, which is great. Now, the reason we like it is it's going to give a nice little box that should say Prime Fall Event Deal. And that just looks so good. That looks so much better than coupon clippings. It looks so much better than lightning deals. It just really stands out in the search results. So that's why our team leans on Prime exclusive discounts during these events. So that would be our personal recommendation. Now, that being said, if you're not, one thing I'll say about Prime exclusive discounts that's kind of a downfall is their reporting could use some work. So, you're not going to see, okay, how many people looked at the listing to look at the deal, like you do with coupon clippings, right? Where there's a redemption type of stat. Lightning deals, it shows the views where you can see how many people viewed the deal. You're not going to get that data from the Prime exclusive discount. In my opinion, the visibility, the way that this box draws people in, I think it's worth losing out on that data, in my personal opinion. So those are the promotions that you guys have at your disposal. Again, we can go ahead and talk about it after we get through the presentation. And then obviously, if you have further questions, reach out to TurnKey, reach out to your coach about what you should do for your promotions. Now, as far as additional exposure, right? One thing I've been stressing to people the last year is utilize what Amazon is giving you. Obviously, our team, we're big proponents of Google ads, Facebook ads, email lists. We do recommend you guys do that, absolutely, without question. But it's also important to take what Amazon's giving you because the people are already on Amazon, right? So if Amazon has another opportunity, you've got to be using it, okay? So the first one that comes to mind is customer engagements, okay? Customer engagements, for those of you guys that do not know, is a tool within the brands dashboard. If you guys go to brands, if you go under brands, you'll see customer engagements there. Now, in order to be eligible for customer engagements, you must be brand registered, you must have a storefront, and you must have followers on your storefront. Now, what customer engagements do is they allow you to message your storefront followers. Now, I know that sounds really exciting, and it definitely is, but you do have limitations. So it is a set template on what you can and cannot say in these customer engagements. So unfortunately, you can say, oh, save 30% off and all this stuff and, provide super URLs and links and things like that. it's a set template. You're just going to tell Amazon the products that you would like in your customer engagement, and Amazon's going to send those out for you. Okay. So that's one way of additional exposure. And what we would recommend is as soon as the Prime Fall event is announced, you've got to be setting up those customer engagements. Those have to be submitted just because that's what's going to get you additional exposure. Now, moving on is Amazon Posts. So Amazon Posts, this is an example right here that I grabbed off of Amazon. Amazon Posts are pretty much the Instagram of Amazon. For those of you guys that have never seen these, you can find them within a given storefront. You just go over to Amazon Posts in the drop down. And if you want to know where they go throughout Amazon, essentially they kind of float around. So you'll see that when you start using Amazon Posts, you'll see that from time to time, Amazon will display them on your listing below the fold. But you'll also find that Amazon will display your Amazon posts on competitors' listings, and vice versa. Competitors' Amazon posts will be on your listing as well. Basically, what Amazon's doing there is they're taking their algorithm and what people are interested in, similar interests, similar products, that type of thing, and they are crossing over with Amazon posts. Now, Amazon posts are great for a couple things. Obviously, this is free exposure, right? To do this, for you guys that are like, how the heck do I even get started? All you have to do is go to posts.amazon.com, and you'll set this up literally just like Instagram. For those of you guys that have Instagram, just take what you do there, plug it right into Amazon Posts. Same exact thing. The only difference would be that from time to time, Vital Proteins gets away with it because they are a bigger brand. But from time to time, they will not allow you to have any text overlay. So a lot of the times it has to be lifestyle images that you're using. Now, Amazon Posts, like I said, it's free exposure, completely free to run. You get stats on it, you get the engagements, you get clicks, all that good stuff. And again, it's completely free. So why not do it? It's free exposure. Now, on top of that, I mentioned in order to run customer engagements, you need storefront followers. Now, one way to get storefront followers is Amazon Posts, because again, it's showing up on your listing, it's showing up on competitors' listings. That's how you draw people in to follow your storefront, okay? So that's what I would recommend doing, is doing Amazon Posts. Again, those need to be scheduled out. As soon as you guys hear the Prime Fall event, get those scheduled so you're good to go and you've eliminated any issues that might arise, okay? The next thing is Amazon Storefront Deals tab. So this is something that I recommend doing as long as your storefront hasn't had issues in the past. So for storefronts that are very simple in design and haven't had issues with Amazon denying it or whatever that might be, this adding a deals tab is a really great idea, because essentially what a deals tab is it'll be a special tab that you can create, and all you have to do is add the deals widget on there. Now, what the deals widget looks like is it's going to show the different deals that you guys have running. So the deals tab, what I would recommend is you create a storefront version, and that version includes the deals tab. And all you have to do is tell Amazon, once you know, obviously, the Prime Fall event, I would like the deals version, we'll just call it the deals version, to run from the first day of the Prime Fall event to the last day of the Prime Fall event. And then once that version has concluded, it kicks back to your original storefront. So that's a way to try to draw people in and show them that you have specific deals running on your products. Again, if you move forward with this storefront, you've got to communicate with your PPC lead, because what they can do is they can run sponsored brand ads to this deals tab, which can obviously help with additional exposure. So the more you communicate with either our team running your PPC, or if you have internal team members running your PPC, that's what can help you guys get those deals going. Now, the last thing I will say about on Amazon tactics would be Amazon A/B experiments. So A/B experiments are something that I would set them up today. Like, get this going as soon as possible if you guys are concerned about your conversions. Because A/B experiments can take anywhere between 8 to 10 weeks. Now, what you guys can do is you can start running these A/B experiments this week and get about 4 weeks of data, hopefully. And then from there, you've tested out your main image and you're confident in it, and it shows that this main image is converting better than this other one that I had in mind. Or you can go ahead and test out your title and see, okay, which title with different keywords will work better. So leading up to the Prime Fall event, you can go in with confidence that you have set up the listing with the higher conversion. Now, again, this is tricky, right? I don't want an A/B experiment running during the Prime Fall event. So that's why I'm saying set these up today if it's something you're interested in doing, because this also helps with future Q4. So obviously we're focused on Prime Fall of our discussion today, but Q4 is also approaching quickly, right? So if we can run split tests now, get 4 weeks of data to try to make a decision, that's something that we should definitely consider doing, okay? So that's what we're looking at for on Amazon. Now, moving on to external marketing for the Prime Fall event. So our team recommends that during the holidays, during any of these special events, external assets like email, social media, that's what's gonna get you additional reach for your products. That's what's gonna get you additional sales. So you should consider rolling out the following. So if you have an email list, whether it's come from your review funnel or whatever it might be, we do recommend an email blast. It's super important. It's something that you can plug in super URLs, you can plug in Amazon attribution links, whatever you guys are trying to do with your emails, you can make happen. So we would recommend, if you have an email list at your disposal, doing an email blast, because honestly, at the end of the day, the more exposure you guys can get and the better you can perform on these days, the better. Now, same thing for Facebook advertising and Google advertising. Now, this is always a really challenging one to talk to people about. If Facebook and Google is not something you're super comfortable with, you know, perhaps an event like this kind of seems intimidating. So what I would say is this is a good opportunity to get the process started of dialing in any external ads, because get it set up. We've got probably about a month before the Prime Fall event. I don't know for sure, but that's what it's sounding like. And what I would say is get that process started, get those ads built, and just start testing, because then hopefully you have a little bit of data for the Prime Fall event. But more importantly, you can use the Prime Fall event data for Q4, and then for you, those of you in the health space, Q1 for obviously supplements and things like that do really well during Q1. So rolling that out now would be beneficial, just to start gathering that data, just to start learning. So again, if it's not something you're comfortable with, now would be a good time to start testing, because Q4, things get more competitive. The price of Facebook ads goes up. You know, it is harder to get your ads there. So super important to just start that process. Now, the other thing I always say is do organic social media posts. I know a lot of people are like, please, I don't really want to. Is it really that big of a reach? Just do it. It's good exposure. It's good to tell your followers. Are they all going to see it? Probably not, with the way Instagram has changed, with the way Facebook's changed, all that stuff. It's challenging to get that exposure organically, but it's still worth it. It's still worth that reach. It's free to do. Just do it. Okay. The other thing would be influencers. So if you guys already have influencers, now is the time to reach out to them. Help them plan out this event. So letting them know, hey, I don't know when the event's going to be. It's looking like it's going to be in October. Can you start to prep some content so that when we know what it is, you're ready to go and you can just press submit on TikTok, on Instagram, whatever it might be. If you have influencers already at your disposal, start those conversations now. If you do not have influencers at your disposal, you can start that process. Sometimes it takes time. Sometimes it takes a nurturing relationships, but other times you get lucky and you find an influencer that's ready to chat and ready to submit content. So how do you find influencers? So what our team has found honestly most successful as of late is going in and doing the dirty work on Instagram and TikTok. So searching our categories, searching products like ours, trying to find people that have already posted about things that involve our products. Those are the influencers we're after, that have already shown interest in the category. So yes, you can go through all of these programs and trying to find it. Like we've used a program called Affluencer before. We've seen success there. But honestly, like just going in and organically trying to find people, that's where we've seen the most success as of late. And then you're just, all it takes is shooting them an email, trying to get them to send in some product. In terms of what our thresholds are for influencer followers and things like that, it's kind of up to your budget. For those of you guys that are looking like, hey, you know, I only want to pay an influencer like maybe $100 to $500, you're probably looking at an influencer that's got maybe 10,000 followers, something around there, which I do believe is worth the money, you know, especially with TikTok. The follower count doesn't always necessarily reflect what is possible and what this could lead to. So micro influencers, although it can be more challenging to get there, it's possible to get the reach you want. So starting to reach out to influencers now, again, hopefully you get it done by the Prime Fall event, but also keeping Q4 in mind, right? Like, let's say it doesn't happen by Prime Fall event. That isn't wasted work. You can still apply what you've learned to Q4 and beyond, right? So start that process now, start getting influencers, because that's going to help you out and get you successful. Now, the last thing I'll leave off on this is just use anything you guys have at your disposal, right? So obviously I named a few different things, but I know people that have mailing lists. I know people you know, that have a blog that isn't necessarily like an email list, but they have a blog that they have a connection with, or their own blog, or what have you. So those are things I've listed, but all I can tell you guys is don't feel like, oh, I only have to stick to those ones. Like, absolutely not. Like, making sure, you know, you're doing what you guys have, what you do well, is also really helpful. So I would recommend doing that as well. Now, the last thing I want to talk about, I just want to make sure I go over the placeholders, because I thought I had them in the presentation, but it's all good. Okay, so if you want to do a coupon clipping, like I said, those are due tomorrow, Friday, September 9th. And if you want to do them, it must be 20% off. And how you would submit it is you would submit it for November 15th, 2022 through November 16th, 2022. 20% off, and then selecting Prime only members. And then from there, Amazon should automatically switch those dates to the Prime Fall event dates once they've announced them. Okay, so those are the placeholders. Again, coupon clippings are great. If that is your preference, that is totally fine. Prime exclusive discounts is what our team is suggesting. So that's something to consider.